Good morning, I hope you're doing well. I'm just out on a little walk with Obi, as you can see there. And we're just at the park at the moment. It's a lovely, dry and not too windy morning in Edinburgh, which is a big improvement from the last couple of days. I am just going to be filming a little daily vlog today. I'm honestly not up to all that much, but that's the kind of videos I like watching from people. It's just people living their everyday lives. So on the agenda for the day is probably, obviously I need to walk Mr. Obi and then head home, have some breakfast, and then annoyingly we have an issue with our brake lights in the car. So I'm waiting on some bulbs coming this morning, and then I need to try and replace those so that I can do some of the other sort of jobs I would like to get done today. So ideally the brake bulbs will come in the morning, I'll change them, that'll be fine. And then my plans are, I would like to go to the gym, I would like to go to Musselburgh to pick up a pair of riding boots that I've ordered, would like, but may not, end up meeting my friend from work for a coffee, just because that's kind of a questionable one, because I know she got back from a holiday yesterday, and if it was me, I would maybe regret making that plan on the morning I wake up. I'd maybe be like, I kind of just want to be at home and like do my washing and that kind of thing. So we'll see if that one goes ahead. I also have a groom for Harris booked in at 3 p.m. That's my other dog. So I kind of need to be, at least have gone to the gym by 3 and like fix the car. And then I could always go to Musselburgh while Harris is in the groomers. He's normally in for about 2 hours. So that's the general plan for the day. We'll see what I get up to. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much going to be it. And yeah, I hope this is an enjoyable wee vlog. I need to try and keep it short because my last video I uploaded was like 50 minutes, I think, which is insane. One, for me to edit, and two, I don't think anyone was watching that. So I will try and keep it short. Obi has become obsessed with digging. Basically since we went on holiday to Center Parcs in January, we obviously, like, the dogs were playing in one of their like dog friendly park areas where they were allowed to be off lead, and because of the weather and time of year, like, there wasn't much grass. It was mainly kind of muddy ground that they were on, and Obi just became obsessed with digging at Center Parcs, and he's never been like this before. And since he's come home, he's just obsessed with digging. Like, look at him. He's not even like going far between his little dig spots. He's just going from one spot to another. And if anyone has any suggestions of what he is digging for or what he can smell, I was thinking, can he smell like bulbs under the ground? But there's never like any flowers that grow on this like section here where he is digging. And where there are flowers, like, there's loads of patches in this park. There's like daffodils over there and over here. He never digs any of those. He just like follows me around and digs these random little patches. Like, look, you can literally see patch. Like, he literally just follows me and digs. It's really bizarre, and he's not digging far. He's just digging tiny little amounts. But it's just really odd. And I just don't know what he can smell under there. My neighbor actually was doing something in her garden, and she discovered a buried whole egg, which she thinks a fox buried as like a little snack for itself to come back for later. So like, part of me is like, is he digging for stuff he can smell that like other animals have buried? But he's not digging far enough, and I know Obi, if he could smell a food, he would dig to get to it. So I'm just honestly so confused where this new love of digging has come from and what is causing it. So if anyone watching this has any suggestions what may be causing a dog to be obsessed with digging, let me know. It doesn't bother me that much because, like I say, he's not digging super deep, so I don't feel like he's absolutely destroying the park. But it is a bit annoying. Like, I wish he was just running around and enjoying himself, but I guess this is him enjoying himself. And what's also strange is he's not doing it in our garden. He's only doing it in this park pretty much, and obviously then at Centre Park too. So yeah, I just don't know where this obsession has come from, and I don't know what he thinks he is digging for. His nose is all black. His paws are all black. Look how happy he is with himself though. He is knackered from all that digging. Funny boy. Look, he's literally doing it again. Hello again. I'm sorry if you can hear the dogs in the background. They're just playing. It sounds like they are at war, but I promise this is just them playing. I've had a nice chill morning. I have obviously walked Obi. I was out the door about 7 o'clock with him, and by the time I got back it was like really nice blue skies, looking quite warm. So I popped my bedding and a blanket from the sofa into the wash with the hopes of getting them hung up on the washing line in the sun. However, it's now not looking so great. Like, it doesn't look horrible, but it's just like grey and not the kind of weather you typically hang your washing outside for. So that's a bit annoying, but fine, I'll just dry them inside. I've had my breakfast, watched a wee YouTube. I filled out a wee form for Harris because I'm gonna trial him at this little dog like creche, I guess, which is near where my gym is, because it would be so nice, I think, for him if I could basically take him and me actually. It would be so nice for both of us if I could basically combine a dog walk and going to the gym in one trip, because I just feel like on the days where I walk both of them and I also want to go to the gym and I also want to like pop out and do something else, I'm just like in and out of the house so much, and getting out of the house is one of my major like blocks. So I just have always thought it would be so nice if I could take him for a little walk, drop him off somewhere and go to the gym like without having to come home. And I remembered that like outside my gym there is this little, it looks very small, so we'll have to see how he gets on there, but there is like this little dog creche. So I filled in a wee form for him. I'm gonna arrange for him to go one day this week, probably Thursday or Friday, whenever I next go to the gym. So that's exciting. I think he would have a really good time there. He is pretty chill with other dogs, like he's kind of indifferent to dogs, whereas Obi is very excited by dogs and can just be like a little bit much for some dogs. So that's why I don't really ever plan on putting Obi into one of these sorts of things.
He has been to like a doggy daycare thing, like twice or something when we not when we first got him, but like when we like within the first year of us having him basically. And I honestly kind of regret sending him there now that I know him better, because I think he will have just been really overwhelmed and overstimulated, and I don't think it will have been the fun experience for him that I kind of hoped that it would be. Um, but I do think that Harris could be a dog that would benefit from something like that, because obviously he lives with a dog, he gets on well with dogs, but he's not like overly bothered by them. He's not like majorly excited by other dogs, you know, whereas Obi is. Um, and yeah, I think that's just like part of getting to know your dog better, is sometimes you make mistakes with them, and I like I said, I do regret sending Obi to that doggy daycare, because I do think it was just far too much for him, and now that I know him better, I would not send him somewhere like that. um I think our biggest thing for Obi is like keeping him, like trying to make him as not as anxious and make him feel safe. And obviously we want that for Harris too, but he has a higher threshold I think than Obi does, and I think he would benefit from a fun little doggy daycare, and I think it would be good for him to socialise with dogs that are not Obi as well, because whenever he has in the past he's been like fab. So yeah, I'm hoping I can drop him off to that doggy daycare Monday this week, Thursday or Friday I think, when I'm at the gym, and he will literally just be there for an hour while I'm in the gym. It'll be a nice bit of sort of fun for him, hopefully, and just make my life a little bit easier as well. So yeah, I've done those sort of admin-y life bits and bobs, and my bulbs for my brake light appeared were delivered. So I'm gonna go out, be a big girl, and try and replace my brake light by myself, and then basically go straight to the gym, so that I can come back and like have a semi-chill afternoon. So that is the plan just now. I've just got all ready, as you've just seen. I just need to pop some leggings on. I'm actually like so cold in the house. I opened all the windows when it was looking really sunny, and now I'm like, oh my god, I'm freezing. That's just Scottish weather for you guys. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to going to the gym. I had such a good session last time I was there, and yeah, I'm just need to be a grown-up and change this brake light, and hopefully I can manage to do that by myself without having a breakdown.
I have successfully managed to change my bulb in my brake light, so I basically feel like I am a mechanic now. And I'm on my way to the gym. I've made myself a nice little coffee for the drive, and I've got a banana. For my breakfast I had my yogurt and like frozen fruit, so sometimes I just feel like if I'm going at a bit of a weird time, it's now 11:30, so like it's coming up to lunchtime, I'm not really hungry, but I know if I don't have something I'm gonna feel not great. So I just feel a banana is the absolute perfect snack for all occasions, honestly. On my way to the gym, and then by the time I get back, I'll basically just have like time for lunch and then time to get Mr. Harris on the way to his groom. So I'm feeling very accomplished that I managed to change that bulb. It just allows me to get everything else that I need to get done today done. So yeah, feeling good about that. Also, I've hung some washing up outside in the garden, like my blanket and my bedding that I mentioned, because it is actually quite sunny, and it's really windy, and I'm just really hoping that doesn't blow away while I'm at the gym. I've basically used our whole bag of pegs just for a duvet set and a blanket, so it's pegged on loads. So I'm really hoping it doesn't all just blow away. Our garden is walled, but obviously if a big gust of wind came under it and like took it off, it could just fly. So we shall see if it's there when I return. But for now, I'm gonna get to the gym, get the session done, and get myself home for some lunch.
from the gym. Let me just turn the radio off actually, because that'll be annoying in the background. I had such a good session. I'm just thinking, where can I put my phone in this cupboard to chat to while I make my lunch? There we go. Yeah, I had such a good session actually. I can overlay actually some clips of how I track my workouts. This isn't how I've always tracked them. Like I said in the past, or like I said in another video I should say, I used to gym a lot more seriously than I do now. So I used to use like specific apps and stuff, and I had a coach and like they had apps. Whereas now it's just me. So I just use the Notes app on my phone currently. Previously, like before I had a coach and stuff, I did use like a written sort of log, but I just find that faff. Like I think it's just easier for me to take my phone in. I'm trying to not take it too seriously and just like enjoy myself. I still want to progress obviously, and like I do have goals, but I'm just trying to like not suck all the joy out of it basically, which I'm sometimes guilty of doing. So I can overlay some clips actually, like screen recording of how I've sort of laid out my sessions in my Notes app. It's really nothing groundbreaking, but if it helps anyone watching this with any ideas of like how to track your workouts in a really basic way, that would obviously be great. I basically have just planned for 2 sessions a week. I just do full body sessions, which is pretty much what I've always done. I've never really been the sort of gym goer that does like a leg day, a back day. Like I've never really had enough time to dedicate to that. And if you are short on time, then like full body exercises are the way to go. So like I said, I'll overlay something of like how I track my workouts. But essentially today my full body was barbell deadlift followed by Smith machine, Bulgarian split squats. Horrible. Don't know why I've done that to myself. I just have. Then I did dumbbell shoulder press followed by a superset of 2 exercises which are escaping the name of me right now. You'll have seen them in the clips, but essentially like a cable machine, bicep curl, and then the opposite like a cable machine, I guess lat sort of pull down. I don't know. That's what I did today. And before every workout I do, currently anyway, I do a 15-minute incline walk, which I'm currently doing on like the max incline and speed 4, if that means anything to you, but obviously every treadmill is different. So yeah, that was my workout today. I'm feeling good, glad that I went. The sun is out, the washing has survived, it's still on the line, that's good. It's like actually almost completely dry because it's warm and obviously the wind is like moving it around. So that is good news. I'm basically just home for a hot minute to make my lunch, and then I'm going to be taking Harris out for his walk. I'm basically going to do a little walk and then take him straight to the groomer. And then I'm going to head to Musselburgh to pick up these boots. So that is the plan for the afternoon. Honestly, not 100% sure what I'm having for my lunch. I was just going to have like a tuna bagel, but now I'm also like, I saw that I have some couscous in my cupboard. I'm like, I could make some sort of tuna couscous. No, I'm just going to make a tuna bagel. Okay, so I've got everything out for my bagel. I love a sesame bagel. It's my bagel of choice, and I'm probably going to have a whole tin of tuna just for, you know, the protein benefits. I'm just trying to pick my bagel from the bagels in this bag because not all bagels are created equally. Like, look at the difference in these bagels. Which would you prefer? I'm honestly not sure because this hole is so big. Is there that much bagel? Anyway. That's really not an important thought right now. Yeah, I'm gonna mix up some tuna. I'm gonna pop some lettuce, chili jam, maybe a slice of Emmental cheese because we have some. And then I also bought these pickles recently, which I am obsessed with. I'm not gonna put them in my sandwich. I'm just gonna put them on the side. But they are, I think, I bought these in this like local greengrocers where I live. but I think the brand is Goat Rodeo Goods. And these are the Hell or High Water Cucumber Pickles, hot dog as hell. And this is like a really cute brand. It's Scottish. There we go. Oh, they're just so delicious. I don't know if you can really see, but these are like kind of batons. And they're just so good. Like these ones specifically, the ingredients of these ones are obviously cucumbers, water, vinegar, salt, garlic, chili flakes, peppercorns, yellow mustard, and dill. And they are just top tier pickles. I don't put them in sandwiches because, like I said, they're like the batons. I just pop them on the side, and that is perfect for me. So let me crack on and make this sandwich, and then I need to get out again. I'm feeling very tired. I'm just out on my walk with Harris at the park now. It is actually such a lovely, warm, sunny day. I think it's about 14 degrees, which to some people that's not warm at all, but for us in Scotland that is warm for this time of year anyway. So yeah, it's a really, really nice day. It's good that Mr. Harris is getting his groom, because if this is the weather starting to get warmer, obviously with his kind of thick curly coat he can get quite warm, and Obi is a dog that loves to be warm. He will like bury himself in blankets. He loves it. Whereas Harris, like you can tell, when it gets too hot, he goes and lies on the wood floor to try and cool himself down. So we want him to be comfortable, no matter how cute he might look as a little teddy bear right now. But yeah, we're just doing a little walk around this wee park that's nearby to his groomer, and he's having a nice little sniff amongst all the daffodils, which is cute. And then I'm gonna head to Musselburgh and pick up my riding boots, which I can't wait for. I am feeling like I'm ready to get home. Once I've picked him up from his groom, I'm definitely ready to have a chill night on the sofa. I think Niles and I are gonna we've just randomly started rewatching like the Marvel films again from the start. So I think we're gonna watch Thor this evening, make a nice HelloFresh. I haven't decided which one yet. We have a salmon, a tofu, and a mac and cheese. I'm kind of feeling like the salmon maybe because it's nice weather, but I'll have a think what I feel like when I get home. I just thought I'd give you a wee update and show you what this little park is like, because I don't normally walk the dogs here because it's quite a small park. But it's a good place for him to come and just burn off some steam before a groom. I have dropped Mr. Harris off for his groom. I hope he is going to be a good boy. And I was feeling a little bit peckish, and my plan originally was maybe I would go to this bakery in Musselburgh. However, it's now like 3:30 and it would take me like 10-15 minutes to drive to the bakery, and they close at 4, and I just don't want to be that person that's going in at like 5 minutes before closing. So I was feeling a little bit peckish, so I got myself a little snack, a very random snack. I feel really thirsty, so I got a lemon iced tea from Brodie's, which is like a Scottish
coffee and tea company. So I've never tried this before, it just sounded refreshing. So I've got that. I actually forgot that I've just seen this down here. I forgot that I brought myself an apple. So I have an apple also. And then I also got these pickled onion Taytos. Never had these before. I just love pickled onion. I know people rave about these crisps. I've never bought them in the UK. And I honestly was just like feeling hungry and bought a random snack. So yeah, I've also brought my book with me. So I need to start this. I finished the book I was reading before called Nesting. I finished recently, and I've been meaning to start this, but I keep putting it off because it's a bit creepy. And I normally read before bed. And so that's why I've been putting this off. So honestly, if I can't find somewhere to sit in and just read for a little bit, I might just sit like in the car or like park up and sit on a bench and get started on this. I also got some more dog treats while I was dropping him off. What we always buy, I think I've maybe shown these in a video before, but we always buy this pate, which is by the Hunters Club. So we typically always go for a turkey and a chicken, and you basically just keep it in the fridge, use it within a week I think, and we just chop it up into little cubes and use that for training and walks and stuff, and the dogs love it, and I think it's relatively good for them compared to like other really processed kind of treats. So yes, let's get on the road, get to Musselburgh, have my snacks and read my book for a little bit. I'm just at Hollywood Park to walk the dogs this morning, dropped Miles off at the office, and now taking the dogs for a nice little walkie. It's a very nice morning again, so fingers crossed it'll stay that way while we are walking. I didn't really film much last night. I just had a really chill evening after I got back from all my sort of bits and bobs that I was having to do. I made dinner. We had that really nice Guinness mac and cheese. It was also St. Paddy's Day, which I honestly didn't even realise until I'd made it. So that's probably why that was included in the HelloFresh box. But that was really delicious. I only had half a portion and I've saved my other half for my lunch today. So I'm excited for that. And then we just sat on the sofa and watched Thor. And then a wee YouTube video before we went to bed, and I did start reading my book. So far I've only read like 30 pages because I read it before, like while I was in bed, and I was so tired. But so far I'm liking it a lot more than I sort of anticipated, and I can see it going in a direction that I will really enjoy. So that's good. I'll probably read a wee bit more of that today. For today are obviously walk the boys here. It's only 7:10 just now, so hopefully a nice quiet walk. And then go home, have some breakfast, and then honestly probably just edit this vlog. I think I said in one of the earlier clips that my last one I accidentally made like almost an hour, which was just a little bit unmanageable for me personally in terms of editing that every week. So I've made an actual effort to try and like keep this one a bit more concise. Yeah, that's my plan for the day. Basically get the walk done and then go home and sit on the sofa for most of the day. But yeah, I'll show you some nice clips of the dog walk, and then that'll probably be the end of the vlog. So thank you very much for watching.